Hello, Murray Newlands here with Performance Marketing Insider TV in adtech San Francisco with Comm. He is a New York Times bestseller. He has been doing internet marketing for over 18 years, so he's got the gray hair, dusky hair to prove it. And
I hold my kids partially responsible for that, though.
yeah, they're the ones that'll drive it.
What's your excuse?
My excuse? I'm trying to look older than I am, can't you tell? So what have you been looking at the show? What's on your mind right now?
Well, there's so much variety in what's taking place on the internet right now, whether it's, social or mobile or content, affiliate marketing, and it's maturing. Having watched this for as long as I've watched it, to the very early days of AdTech and Affiliate Summit, to see what it's become now. It's a very young crowd. I actually feel kind of old.
Right, yeah.
But, it's all an attitude of the mind and the heart, right? So it's just exciting to see it come into the maturity. And what really amazes me is that the people coming up in it now will never know a time where it wasn't this big.
Yeah.
I think about kids, coming out today. This is like the worst piece of technology they'll ever see.
That's true.
And that's amazing considering I started with a TRS-80 back in 1979.
So you've managed to build a huge following, you've built a huge online presence, and you've used that to sell a lot of products and promote a lot of services.
Right.
How are you successfully creating that content marketing strategy, both with you as the leader for it, but then how are you leveraging that and really getting a lot of expansion with that, and how do you get such a large audience?
Well, it's two things. It's value. You always have to be bringing value. If you're not seeking to bring that first and foremost to people, then you can't expect anything. The days of putting up content sites with nothing but bloggers just throwing their spam out there are long gone. They're not effective anymore. Yeah. And it really comes down to this. Once you know your stuff, it's no longer what you know, it's who you know. Assuming you've got a base, it's all about relationships. It's all about being here and interacting and meeting people like you, right? Because you never know what connection, when you bring value to somebody, for example, something as simple as doing an interview with somebody is helping to bring value to their audience.
Yep.
And you never know who can introduce somebody to someone else. That's why I think LinkedIn is really underestimated in terms of a useful social network.
Right.
Because while I don't follow everybody on Twitter and I don't friend everybody on Facebook, I will connect to everybody that wants to connect with me on LinkedIn. Because currently, I think I'm approaching 10,000 direct connections that then connect me to 22 million of their connections.
Right.
So anybody that you want to meet is within 2 hops. Forget this whole 6 degrees of separation thing, that doesn't apply anymore. We're all just a couple hops away. And I think that's it. It gets back to the basics of your neighbor connecting with that person. Only our picket fences they're down all around the world now because we can reach anybody in a matter of moments.
So what projects do you have coming up? What are you launching?
I'm working on a new book that helps to highlight the brilliance in our neighbor because, a lot of times the gurus, the teachers and trainers are the ones that are looked up to. Well, he's got a lot of people listening to him, he must have something to say.
Right.
But what I've discovered is that all around us are unsung heroes, people with genius of their own, and they've got wisdom to pass along to us in whatever their particular area of expertise is. And so I'm working on a new book that's going to highlight regular people and their genius. And the title of the book's actually going to be called So What Do You Do?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
If people want to connect with you and work with you, how do they get in contact with you?
I am so easy to find. First of all, I'm the only Comm in the world. To my knowledge, if anybody can find another one, I'd like to meet him. So if you just Google me, you'll get a million results on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all Comm, or my blog, joelcomm.com. And yes, Comm is my real name.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful show.
Thanks, Mary.
I'm Murray Newlands with Performance Marketing Insider TV. I'll see you next time.